In 2017, the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act that President Trump signed into law created a little-known deferred tax program called Opportunity Zones that were pretty much created to spur economic development in distressed and low-income communities. Now, these Opportunity Zones, they create a huge opportunity, like I did that, for wholesalers. And in this video, I'm going to teach you what an Opportunity Zone is and how you can wholesale more properties in 2020 by focusing on this little-known niche. What's up, clever investors? Coach Spur back again, bringing you another exciting training video. Today we're going to be talking about a relatively new wholesaling niche strategy designed to put quick cash into your pocket while also improving low-income communities all over the United States. Now, before we get too deep into today's topic, I just want to thank all our new channel visitors. Thanks for hanging out. We talk about escaping the rat race using creative real estate investing strategies. So if this is something that interests you, please consider subscribing, as long as I bring the heat on this video. Also, hit that bell to receive post notifications whenever I release fresh new content, just like this one. For everybody else, welcome back. All right, let's talk about opportunity zones. Now, what are opportunity zones exactly? Are they areas with lots of jobs, lots of money? Are they places where you can, pen for gold and really strike it rich?
Oh, peaches!
Well, in a way, an opportunity zone can potentially become all three of these things. So to get started, let's talk a bit about the history of opportunity zones because they haven't really been around that long, and I think it's important for you to understand where they came from. Now, like I said in the intro, they came out of the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act of 2017, which was the largest overhaul of the tax code in 3 decades. And one of the changes that they made were the creation of these things called opportunity zones, which basically designated economically depressed areas all over the country where if an investor, aka a landlord, purchases a property inside one of the designated areas, they could take advantage of massive tax deferments and other cool tax benefits. Now, the first zones, they were officially produced in early 2018, and now states can designate approximately 1/4 of their low-income areas as opportunity zones. Now, as it stands, there are almost 9,000 designated opportunity zones all around rural United States. So here's what I want to do. I want to go over a few of the reasons why opportunity zones make for a great investment for a landlord and why you should focus on wholesaling them. Reason number 1, the tax deferments are a big deal. Look, we all know that taxes, they kind of suck. And capital gains taxes, which are the taxes on the profits that you make whenever you sell an asset, they can be a real pain in the neck. And for ordinary income, these taxes can be as high as 39%. And even for long-term investments, which tend to garner a little bit more leeway with taxes, rates for capital gains on long-term investments can sometimes exceed 20%. Look, investments, they're a great way to make money, but they can also be very costly because of America's tax code. And savvy, clever investors, we're always looking for ways to roll our profits into another investment without being taxed on the profits that we just earned. So here's what I mean. Let's just say you purchased $10,000 worth of a stock in a company. And then after 2 years, the value of that stock went up to $20,000, and then you decided to sell it. And if you did, and you made that $10,000 profit, which is a good profit, typically you would be taxed on that profit at a long-term capital gains tax rate of 15%, or $1,500. Now, in this example, being taxed on $10,000 worth of profits isn't that big of a deal. But what if you made $1 million, or $5 million, or $10 million? Right? If you made $1 million in profit selling a commercial building, which I've done in the past, now we're talking about $150,000 in taxes. Your motivation level goes way, way, way up when the numbers start getting bigger. Well, that was up until the formation of these opportunity zones. Now, the main way investors were deferring taxes was the use of a 1031 exchange. All right? But this really only works in the real estate world. So if you did sell a bunch of stocks, let's say, and you made a nice profit, you're kind of screwed, but not anymore. When you invest in an opportunity zone, so let's say you sold a ton of stocks, then you take that profit and you invest it into a property, into an opportunity zone property, you make improvements to that property, you can roll your profits forward And if you hold that property for 5 years, you're going to get a 10% break on capital gains. If you hold it for 7 years, you get a tax break that increases to 15%. And if you hold it for 10 years or longer, you can eliminate the capital gains tax, as in completely wipe it out. So imagine making gains of a few $1,000,000 over a 10-year period and be able to keep it all tax-free, and you still get depreciation and all the other tax benefits from owning real estate along the way. Now, reason number 2 is you don't have to live in an opportunity zone to invest in it. Look, it doesn't matter where you physically live. You can be anywhere in the country and you can enjoy the benefits of investing into opportunity zones. Now, if you live in, let's say, California, you can easily take advantage of an opportunity zone over in Utah or Vermont or Arizona. And this is a big advantage, especially because there are over 8,760 of these qualified opportunity zones designated all over the country. So now as an investor, you can not only invest potentially tax-free, you can pick any area of the country that you think is going to bounce back now that all these investments are being made, and also take advantage of future price appreciation as the depressed markets recover. And reason number 3, you can stir economic development. Opportunity zones, they're designated to make low-income areas stronger. By building these areas up and investing money into them, you're going to help attract all kinds of things. You're going to attract jobs and businesses and apartment complexes. All these things, they're going to add to an area's economic stability, which is a pretty great feeling. Now, the more stable an area becomes, the more fruitful it's going to be, which means that if you stay invested in an opportunity zone for a healthy period of time, there's a lot of money that can be made as it really gets built up. More jobs, more businesses, all these things are going to add to the worth of the area that you're investing in, which means your investment is going to grow as the area grows. I mean, think about this. How many times can you invest, make and keep a great profit, do good things for the community, and have it all work out perfectly? I know where. Opportunity zones. Finding qualified opportunity zones is actually pretty easy because the IRS, they post a map of all the qualified opportunity zones all around the country on their website. So I'm going to drop a link in the description down below and you can easily access the map. Nope. In order to get your profits from the asset or assets that you recently sold and you want to defer those taxes, you first have to find an opportunity zone. Then you have to find a property you want to invest into within a zone. Then you have to invest in what's called a qualified opportunity fund, which you have to create through tax and legal experts, and they're going to help you set up your fund. And then you're going to put your money into the fund, and then your fund is going to buy the property and then make improvements over time. Well, if you think about this, most people don't know shit about opportunity zones. They don't know anything about qualified opportunity funds or any creative ways to save money on taxes. So if you, the savvy, clever investor, you take some time, you do your research, right? You become an expert at this profitable little niche, then you can dominate your competition by targeting and locking up deals within these opportunity zones, and then you can sell them to hungry qualified cash buyers that have to place their funds into a property within a specific period of time, 180 days. They have to identify an investment and put their money into it of selling their original asset. All right? And if you're kind of a turnkey one-stop shop for finding deals, educating them on the process, connecting them with all the right experts to put the fund together and pull this whole thing off, voila, profits for everybody. All right, what do you guys think about this? All right, opportunity zones are kind of cool. They're only for a specific period of time. They're not going to last forever. They're a fantastic chance for you to get, involved in a little niche that you can dominate. All right, hopefully you got something from today's training video. If you did, I invite you to smash the like button or the dislike button. Either one works for me. Drop me a comment down below. Let me know your thoughts on this one, and also maybe give me some recommendations for future training videos that you would like to see in the future. That's all I have for you today. If you want more training, step-by-step, in-depth help, take a look at some of my systems. I have one of them in the pinned comment section down below if you want to go deeper as a creative real estate investor. And until next time, I'm Cody Spur, the Clever Investor. Sign off for now. Till then, take care. Comb your hair. Spur out.
it.